We have to cry out to Hashem, a kol tzaka, crying out of tzaka, of screaming and crying out on what you're going through, on your difficulties that you're going through. Shem bechinat chesronot, shikara mechesona simcha. That all of them are lackings. Because you're crying out over what you're going, your difficulties, meaning I'm lacking this, I'm lacking. So the word lacking is chaser, and the word kol in the Torah is written also chaser, lacking, the letter vav. So it's lacking because it represents the type of crying out which is lacking too. It's the crying out over your pain, where there you're crying out of what you're lacking. I'm lacking A, B, C, D. I'm lacking shalom bayit. I'm lacking my children's chinuch. I'm lacking health. I'm lacking in avodat Hashem. Lacking. That's chaser. That's why kol is written chaser the vav. V'al ken hakol kol Yaakov echad chaser v'echad maleh. And that's why, like we said, and we're saying it again and again and again, the voice is the voice of Jacob. One is chaser, the first one. Kuf hakol, the kuf lamed without the vav. And the other one, kol, is kuf vav lav lamed. V'chan is karlel, as we explained earlier. V'chol ze meumaz b'vchinat hasulam sheva Yaakov. Now all this is hinted to in the ladder, Jacob's ladder that Yaakov saw. Shehu begimatria kol. Sulam, when written out properly with the vav, samech vav lamed mem, is gematria kol kuf vav lamed. That's how it should be written, right? 136. Hainu bechinat kolot. The steps, the stairway, the ladder to heaven requires you to call out. You can't be silent. But the main calling out is that of simcha. You want to advance in life, you can't remain quiet. You can't have a quiet attitude in your Judaism. You have to make noise. A happy person is full of noise. He calls out, he sings, he praises. There's movement. Someone who's quiet and minding his own business, that's a sign of sadness and depression. A person who's very quiet and everything and inside himself, he's a sad person, unfortunately. Someone who's happy is outgoing and makes noise, and you hear music and singing and dancing and praising. There's movement, especially of the mouth, kolot. There's noise. There's noise coming from a person who's happy, okay? If it's noise of telling jokes, if it's noise of singing and dancing, if it's noise of praising Hashem and giving thanks, okay? All that is noise that represents simcha, okay? Someone who's quiet, it's like he's sad and depressed. And when he calls out of tza'aka, so it's still incomplete. But his calling out of tza'aka should be in order to come to simcha. I'm lacking because I'm lacking simcha. So going back, the sulam, the ladder that Yaakov saw, is gematria kol, because that's the main way to go up, ascend the ladder. Shaydeze ikar ha'aliyah, right? Shainu b'chenet kolot shikaram kol simcha. So sorry, the sounds, the main essence of sounds is like the sound of joy, like we said, and through this is the main way that a person ascends from earth to heaven. Bechinat, like the verse reads in Parshat Vayishev, in Yaakov's dream, sulam mutzav arza, velosho magia shamayma, that the ladder is fixed firmly on the earth, but its head reaches up to heaven, and is mentioned above. That the main way to have this happen is you have to make noise. You have to do hitbodedut. You have to talk to Hashem. You have to express yourself. And these kolot is what's going to bring you upwards, be'ezrat Hashem.